Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Hard8, the truth of YouTube, your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. Yeah. What's up, people? What's happening? You already know the deal, man. If you missed my last few videos, matter of fact, don't even worry about the last few videos, man. If you missed my gaming videos, go check them out. Don't worry about all that other shit, man. It's unfortunate that a lot of bullshit is going on right now, but let's move on past that. I don't plan on making no more videos about that shit. Hopefully my hand is not forced to make any more videos about that bullshit. Let's just move on and get to doing what the fuck we do. You dig? So today we're going to talk about the best 4K HDR TVs for the upcoming Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. And I'm going to give thoughts on my LG OLED 65-inch 4K 3D C6 TV. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do, man. So let me just talk about that. Let me just give my thoughts on OLED. Now, this is my second OLED TV. The first OLED TV I had, y'all already know the story behind that. Got it for a real cheap price. But it sucked when it came to gaming. I had the 55-inch EG 9600. It was an OLED TV from 2015. When it came to gaming, the TV was terrible. It had about 50 milliseconds of input lag, and it was terrible. It was unplayable for me. Whether it was single player, multiplayer, it was unplayable. You know what I mean? I tried to play a game like Uncharted 4 online. It was damn near impossible. You know what I mean? I couldn't even aim my goddamn gun. So it was crazy. I'm going to be screen sharing in a minute. We're going to go to ratings.com. We always use ratings.com for reference. So just want to give my thoughts on this LG C6. So besides that, the EG 9600 was cool. Like if you just buying a TV to watch movies, TV shows, and all of that, that's probably a great TV. But if you plan on gaming, don't fucking do it. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So that was my first OLED TV, and I actually sold that and made a profit. I fucking flipped what I paid for it. I'm a hustler, man. I'll be hustling. I fuck up a lot of money, but I do be hustling this shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I had sold that, got rid of that. All right, so now I got a OLED. I got a 65-inch C6 OLED. It's a TV from 2016. Ironically, right, my TV was manufactured in 2017, April, but the line is from 2016. I just think, I don't know, it's just something about that that's just a little crazy to me. Like, damn, that's a 2016 TV, but it was only manufactured in 2017. But whatever, it doesn't matter. The line is from 2016. So I've had a lot of time with this TV, so I can give you my pros and cons about the TV real quick. And this is the LG OLED C6. It's a curved TV. And if you can find this TV right now, it's probably going to be at a pretty nice price. You should definitely go ahead and get in that. You know what I mean? You should definitely. But anyway, the C6 is it's a good TV. One of the things I'm not too happy about is the input lag. Now, the input lag is not bad. It's about 34 milliseconds. It's just that I'm used to playing around 20, 22 milliseconds, and I can definitely feel that difference. So the input lag, it's not unplayable. I manage, as y'all see, y'all done seen me live streaming. You know, I still manage to do my thing, but I feel like I would be doing even better if the input lag was low. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like a little struggle with the input lag being at 34 milliseconds. But I manage. I mean, y'all see my gameplay. I still be doing my thug thizzle in these motherfucking games. It's just I would rather it be a little bit lower. So, you know what I mean? Now, some people might not bother them, but it bothers me. I'm a little bit more competitive when it comes to online gaming and shit like that. So it kind of bothers me. You know, I'm gonna tell you like this. It bothers me to the point where the next TV I get, if it has a 34 millisecond input lag, I'm not going to be interested. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can manage, but I would rather it be lower. So I'm hoping, I'm praying, please God, that LG would come out with another update to lower the input lag. But I don't know, man. One thing I know about LG, and I kind of forgot, I wasn't even thinking, but one thing I know about LG is LG abandons their TVs very fast. So once they start a new line, they don't give a fuck about last year's TVs. That's one thing I know about LG. And I forgot all about that thought. But I had got this TV for a good price, so it kind of like I didn't care about nothing else. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shit crazy. But it's manageable. So I wouldn't say anybody should be afraid to get this TV if you're a gamer. Y'all see what I do as a gamer. You might not notice it. I do. You might not. It's still cool for gaming. But the other problem is okay, so when you get this LG TV, when you get any OLED TV, right, you have to be careful. You have to be responsible when you got an OLED TV. You know what I mean? This might be one of the downsides about having an OLED TV. You have to be responsible, right? So if you're on your PC, on your TV, and you might get up to go to the bathroom or get up to go talk to your chick, or get up to go eat, and you're going to be away for a while, no, that is not something you want to do, right? Now, it has this built-in feature where it's supposed to, like, shake the screen every now and then so it won't be no burning, but you just don't want to take that chance because LG does not cover screen burning in their warranty, which is complete bullshit if you ask me. But you cannot leave the fucking TV just sitting on a single screen for too long, at least on your computer, right? Now, if you on like any of the apps on the TV or anything like that, within 30 seconds, a screensaver will pop up where it's like fireworks going off. I don't know if them fireworks coincide with the 4th, but the screensaver come on and you'll see like fireworks going off. You know what I mean? When you on like any of the apps, or if I'm on like the cable and shit like that, Netflix, Hulu, and things like that, it'll pop up. But other than that, if I'm on a PC, and I believe when I'm on a PlayStation, the only thing it'll do is the screen dim, like the screen to go in like a sleep mode kind of. It won't go off, but it'll dim down. So with the OLED, you have to be responsible. All that watching Netflix and then falling asleep and leaving it on that screen that says, "Are you still watching?" You don't want to do that. Only if you're watching Netflix using the TV app. But if you're watching Netflix using something else, it might stay there and you might get burning. You get burned and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? TV is fucking useless. And LG is not going to fix it. You got to pay for that. So be aware of, if you get an OLED TV, you have to be responsible. Very responsible. You got to be on your motherfucking P's and Q's. You dig? So understand that. I did experience a little bit of image retention when I was on Amazon. Now, image retention is something that goes away after a few minutes. Like right now, I just got it on a single screen, right? And if the screen changes and it's like the background is a certain color, I might still be able to see the chat. Yeah, I mean, it won't be it ain't gonna be like very evident. You might gotta look close, but the chat will still be there. If I was to change the screen right now and it had a certain color background, that's called image retention. It will go away after a few minutes. And most of the time you won't even notice it. But yes, the TV does suffer from image retention. Now, it ain't nothing crazy. Like if I'm playing Battlefield 1 and then I switch to Uncharted, I still see the fucking Battlefield 1 map down in the corner. Nah, it's nothing crazy like that. You understand what I'm saying? But it does go away after a certain amount of time. And yesterday was the first time I actually seen it. And that was when I was on Amazon Prime using the Amazon app on the TV. And it got like this gray background. So like I would switch a movie or I would switch to another category and it'll be an all gray background. And I can still see like a little shadowing of the movies that was just on the screen. You understand what I'm saying? So it's nothing crazy and it's barely something you'll notice, but it is there. You know what I mean? But it doesn't fucking it doesn't ruin the experience of the TV. You know, and that's pretty much about it on the bad side. I mean, the smart features is the best. Web OS 3.0 is much better than Samsung's Tizen. It's a lot more responsive. It's a lot quicker. As far as picture quality, the blacks, the colors, all of that shit is top notch. I was watching The Great Wall on Ultra HD Blu-ray with HDR and all that. That movie looks fantastic. I'm starting to get my Ultra Blu-ray collection up too, man. I'm collecting my Ultra Blu-rays, man. I'm buying Ultra Blu-rays like every couple days, because I'm trying to get my Ultra Blu-ray collection up, man. Because once you watch Ultra Blu-ray, I can't get jiggy with that streaming shit. You know, streaming from Netflix, streaming from Hulu, all of that shit is cool, you know, for some casual viewing and all that. But when I'm watching movies, I want to see that shit on Ultra HD, HDR, all the bells and whistles. It looks absolutely, it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Right now, I'm collecting all movies that are actually 4K, that was finished in 4K, like The Martian, The Great Wall, Deadpool, and shit like that. So it looks absolutely amazing. Here's the thing, people. Also, the 3D on this TV, because I got some 3D Blu-rays, the 3D on this TV is spectacular. I don't understand how 3D died. I really don't. I don't understand how 3D died. 3D on this TV looks amazing, because now I'm going to start buying some 3D movies too. Looks amazing. It's crazy. And it uses passive 3D, same type of 3D that's used in the movie theaters. It's amazing. I don't understand how 3D at home died. I think the main reason why it died because the 3D Blu-rays used to be high as fuck, and they never seemed like they wanted to bring those motherfuckers down in price. It's ridiculous. But that shit looks amazing, dog. Fucking great, you know? So, yeah, just know that. Oh, so I want to say something real quick, too. A lot of y'all be spending a lot of money on these TVs, right? Whether it's $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, whatever. You spend a lot of money on these 4K HDR TVs. And a lot of y'all are not utilizing the TV to its full potential. If you are a console gamer only and you bought a 4K HDR TV and all you got is a console, that's the only way you really use it, you're wasting the potential of the TV. If you're streaming a lot, you're wasting the potential of the TV. Go out and get you an Ultra Blu-ray player. Go get one. You're not using your TV to its full potential. You're wasting money. Now, if you're using your TV for PC gaming, then okay, you're using the 4K. Or maybe if you're playing at 4K, okay, that's cool. But your console is not taking advantage of this TV on most of the games. So y'all spend all this money for these TVs, and then y'all come home and watch Netflix. Are you fucking serious? Or Hulu or Amazon? No, that's cool. That's cool to do casually in passing. Go get you an Ultra Blu-ray player so you can watch these movies the way they're supposed to be seen, and you can use your TV to its full potential. And we need to keep that format alive. We need to keep the format alive because the best picture quality is Ultra HD, period. No streaming service come close to what you get on an Ultra HD. All right? So stop fucking treating your TV like a piece of shit and go ahead and feed that shit some fucking goodness. And you need to get an Ultra Blu-ray player. They're not that much. Get you an Xbox One S if you need to. They're not that fucking much. But stop, you're not using your TV to its potential if all you're doing on it is console gaming and Netflix streaming and downloaded movies. Nah, go get an Ultra Blu-ray player and thank me later. Thank me later. Now, if you're not really into movies, then all right, okay. But if you're a person like me that love movies, I love movies just as much as I love games, you want to watch them in their best fucking quality. Who spends $3,000, $2,000 to use their TV to watch Netflix 4K? Come on, man. You're robbing yourself. You're robbing yourself. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. Get you an Ultra Blu-ray and buy these goddamn Ultra Blu-rays. They're really cheap. You go on Blu-ray.com. You can find some good prices. Buy the movies you want. The next movie I plan on getting is I got a lot of movies I plan on getting, but the next new movie I'm getting will be Kong. I can't wait till Kong come out July 18th on Ultra Blu-ray. I need that. You dig? Also, my C6 has Dolby Vision, so I'm setting on that front too. But I haven't tried out no Dolby Vision material yet. I need to get to that, but I haven't tried it out yet. But I know Power Rangers is like the first Ultra Blu-ray that also supports Dolby Vision. All right, so now that's out of the way. OLED is fucking amazing. I don't really, it'll be hard pressed for me to go back to a regular LED TV. It'll be hard pressed for me to do that. All right, now let's talk about something, man. Let's get real here. This might hurt a little bit of feelings, but I'm just gonna give y'all the truth, man. Just gonna give y'all the truth, and you can take it from there. If you want to have an HDR experience the way you're supposed to, if you want to have the best HDR experience, there's two things you need to do. You need to either get a TV with a full array of backlights, like the Sony X900E, the Samsung KS9800, the Vizio P-Series, or something like that, or a OLED, all right, or a fucking OLED, because one of the main features to give you a great HDR experience is local dimming. Your TV needs to have good local dimming to give you a great HDR experience. And edge-lit TVs like the KS8000, the KS8500, the KS9000, the KS9500, edge-lit TVs are not going to give you the best HDR experience. Now, with them TVs, you can get a good HDR experience. Some people might say an okay HDR experience, but if you want a true HDR experience, you need a TV with a full array of backlights. Now, just because the TV has a full array of backlights don't mean that it will give you a great experience. It has to have a lot of zones. Let me give you an example, right? A KS9800 has about 180 to 220 dimming zones. You know what I mean? So when you got that many zones, the blacks are going to be great. You know, there's not going to be too much clouding. There's not going to be too much light bleed or anything like that, right? When you look at something like a KS8000, which has local dimming, but it has bad local dimming, it only has about 10 to 12 zones. You see what I'm saying? You see the difference? That's not good. Now, then you look at something like a Sony Z9D, which has over 600 zones. That TV is fucking amazing. That's the only TV that I would like get rid of an OLED for. The Sony Z9D, in my opinion, that's the best TV available. You know what I mean? Some people would say OLED, of course, but in my opinion, that Sony Z9D is amazing. So that's what you need if you want to have like a great, awesome HDR experience. You need an OLED or you need a full array of backlights. You dig? Now, like I said, the KS8000 or the 9000 or the MU8000, 9000 or the Q7 and the Q8, all of those TVs, you can definitely have a great experience, a good experience from HDR, but it won't be the best. And yes, the Sony Z9D is crazy fucking expensive. Can't leave that out, as you would assume. So just remember that, man. Everybody with your edge-lit TV, you might be fine with that. You might be perfect. It might look amazing to you. Okay, that's cool. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder at the end of the day. Well, that doesn't really fit for this because it's a fact that something with full array is better than edge-lit. But if you're happy with what you got, then that's all that fucking matters. Let's just put it that way. So anybody that's looking to buy a TV now for 2017, I would honestly not lead you to the edge-lit because that's where the fucking flashlight coming from, the clouding, the light bleed and all that. You're going to be dealing with that. It's just no way around it. The blacks are not going to be the best. So I would steer you away from an edge-lit TV unless it's the Sony 930E. Sony did some new shit with their edge lit technology, and the Sony 930E actually has some good local dimming. So hold on, I'm about to share the screen right now so we can get into this. All right. So all right, you know what? Let's just look at this right here, right? So ratings.com we're using for like reference. They just put up their new list of the best 65-inch TVs. So let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, the first TV they got, the winner of the best 65-inch TV, they think is the LG OLED B6. Now, the B6 and the TV I got, the C6, is pretty much the same. They use different processors, but for the most part, they're the same. The only thing is the B6 is flat, the C6 is curved, and the C6 has 3D. All right. So they said the best 65-inch TV we have tested so far remains the LG OLED 65 B6. All right. The picture quality matches newer OLED TVs like the LG C7 and the Sony A1E, but it can be found for significantly cheaper. You know what I mean? That's what they're basing it on. They're basing it on the price to performance. You understand? That's why they picked this TV as being the best 65-inch TV that you can get right now, because the picture quality matches the 2017 OLEDs. But the thing is, you can get this OLED a lot cheaper because it's a 2016. All right? So that's what they feel like is the best. I got the C6. I got an OLED. I'm very proud of that. I'm not going to hold you, you know, but it is what it is. All right, so the runner-up is the 65-inch 930E. The 65-inch 930E is a great TV. This is the TV I was going to get. Had I not been able to get this OLED for $2,000, I would have got this Sony 930E. You know what I mean? This was the TV I was going to get. If you're not a big fan of OLED or simply want a brighter TV, we recommend the Sony 65X930E. It's the best LED TV they've reviewed so far, and it features an impressive peak brightness of over 1,400 nits. It also has one of the best local dimming algorithm available today, making it a great choice for HDR. That is the Sony 930E, 65-inch. It also comes in a 55-inch, and it might come in a 50-inch. I'm not sure, but I know it comes in a 55-inch. You know what I mean? Then you come down here to the best mid-range. Now, the Sony 900E has a full array of backlights, but it doesn't have as many zones as, say, a KS9800 or a Sony Z9D. But this is probably the best TV of the year when we talk about bang for the buck, right? You can get the 65-inch for $1,999, $2,000. So this TV is sort of like the KS8000 of 2017. This TV is better than the KS8000, but what I mean is in 2016, the KS8000 was the TV that was like the best to get for that price. This right here, the 900E, is the best TV to get for the price. All right. The 55-inch, I believe, is below $1,500. So if you want a budget, you don't want to spend more than $1,500, get this TV right here in the 55-inch model. It's one of the best. You know what I mean? So yeah, check it out. What they say about it, they said the 900E is one of the best LED TVs they reviewed this year, and it offers a lot of performance for an accessible price. So this is definitely the TV that y'all will want to check out if you're not trying to spend too much. They also recommend the runner-up for best mid-range TV. They recommend the Sony 850E. It's funny, man, because last year Samsung was killing it. They had the best TVs last year, and Sony TVs were garbage for 2016. Now the roles have changed. Now this year, Sony is killing it, and Samsung TVs are garbage. So it's kind of crazy, man. It almost made me think they come to a meeting like, you know, this year we're going to let y'all have it, and we'll take it next year, and we'll just flip it like that, and that way everybody gets money. I feel like they be having meetings like that because it just doesn't make no fucking sense to me, dog. Like, it really doesn't. Like, how do you go from one year having great TVs and then the next year your TVs are garbage? Like, how does that fucking happen? I don't know. It's crazy to me. All right, so the best budget TV 65-inch will be the Vizio E6 65. If you're looking for a cheap 65-inch TV, the E65 E1 LED Vizio is a great choice. It's a versatile TV with good picture quality in a dark room. And unlike mid-range models, it doesn't have many sophisticated HDR features like a wider color gamut and the high bit depth, but its picture quality is still quite good for standard content. Excuse me. So this TV doesn't have a wide color gamut and it doesn't have a high bit depth. I would not get that TV. I would get none of these Vizios. I'm sorry. I would get none of these Vizios. All right, so let's start. Let's go. We're gonna start with. Let's just go to Samsung. Let's start with the MU8000. Now the MU8000, as you can see, looks exactly like that KS8000. To me, this ain't nothing but a rebranding of the KS8000. But the sad thing is that the KS8000 from last year is better than the MU8000 from this year, which is sad. We can do side by side too, so we can compare. Okay, so we got the KS8000 in the middle, and we'll pull up the MU8000, and we'll, go from there. So let's see where it fails at. It fails in picture quality. The MU8000 got a 7.7 and the KS got an 8.1. It's lower in contrast, where it has an 8.7 for the MU8000 and a 9.3 for the KS8000. Here's the local dimming. I was telling y'all local dimming, a 3.5 on both. So the local dimming sucks on both. And local dimming is very important when it comes to HDR. So as you can see, the local dimming is just trash on both fucking TVs. Now, when we come down here to the brightness, this is another thing I want y'all to understand about brightness. I know everything from last year was all about 1,000 nits, 1,000 nits, 1,000 nits. Here's the thing. Sometimes TVs don't have to be able to get that bright to be bright. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's a such thing as things being too bright where it can wash out the fucking the image and the quality and things like that, the detail. You know what I mean? So even though a TV might not be 1,000 nits, doesn't mean it's not going to be a bright TV. Myself and a lot of others got caught up with the whole 1,000 nits thing. You do need to hit 1,000 nits on an LED TV to get the seal of approval from the Ultra HD Premium association. But when it comes to OLED, you only have to reach 500 nits to get the seal of approval from the Ultra HD association. So when we look at this chart, as you can see, the KS8000 from last year gets a lot brighter than the MU8000 from this year. Now, the MU8000 is a cheap TV. It's a very affordable cheap TV. Let's put it like that. So some people might be swayed by getting that TV. But as you can see, the KS8000 has pretty much been the better TV in every category where it matters. I really don't get caught up in viewing angles. I know people do. I mean, I guess if you got like a big family, the viewing angle probably matters. If you got an OLED, you can sit anywhere. The viewing angle don't really change. But with LED, most of the time, the best spot to be is dead center. So if you got a big family that y'all gather around watching TV and things like that, you might want to make sure you get a TV with a better viewing angle, which usually is going to be an OLED. Even the blacks on the KS8000 is better than this year's MU8000. Yeah, just everything. Let's look at the color gamut. They both got a wide color gamut, but KS displays a wider color gamut. So the KS is just better in every way over the MU8000. It's just better in every way, except motion blur. The MU8000 has better motion. About 7 milliseconds better, which could probably you could probably tell a difference in that. It'd be less of a trail behind fast moving objects. But when it comes to gaming, the input lag on the MU8000 is wonderful. It goes as low, 4K 60 is as low as 24 milliseconds. 4K 60 HDR is 24, and 1080p 60 is at 19 milliseconds. It's a lot better than the KS as far as input lag. Maybe not too different. Like the KS was like 22 milliseconds on 4K 60, and the MU is 24. So, you know, you can't really tell the difference between those two. But as far as like, you know, 4K 60, 4x4x4, as far as the chroma subsampling, yeah, you definitely be able to tell the difference between 19 and 37. But other than that, the input lag is great. And that's about it for these TVs. The KS8000 is just a better TV. So if you can find that at a good price and you're on a budget, that's definitely probably the TV you want to get. Now, when we talking to some high-end shit, we talking about the Q7, the Q9. The Q9 is it's a decent TV. This is another thing about Samsung this year, right? Samsung has lost their fucking mind when it comes to the pricing. These fucking TVs cost more than OLEDs. And they have lost their mind. QLED is nothing but an LED TV. You know, it's some marketing shit Samsung tried to do to confuse people with OLED, to make people think either that it's as good as OLED or it's better. QLED is nothing but LED TV that's using quantum dot colors and all that good shit that they've been using. You know, back in 2015, it was nano crystals, and back in 2016, it was quantum dot. Now they done changed it to some QLED. So it's pretty much the same thing. But this is the Q9, and let's just look at how much this shit costs on Amazon right now. This TV is expensive. Oh, it dropped down in price a lot. Yeah, I bet nobody was buying these TVs. Look at the fucking ratings, 2.5 stars out of 5 reviews. But they dropped it down to 4,000, which is still too fucking high. Yeah, I bet they did drop the price because wasn't nobody buying this shit, dog. This shit is just ridiculous. But even when you go down to the local dimming, it got a 4.0. Look, it says the local dimming feature of the Q9F is bad. And they want $4,000 for this TV that has bad local dimming. That's ridiculous. Samsung has lost their fucking mind. Yes, it's a very bright TV. It got a high score for HDR peak brightness because we already know Samsung don't play no games when it comes to them nits. It's a very bright TV. I would stay away from this TV. It's way too much, and it's not doing, and it's not the best. Let's just put it like that. The input lag and all of that shit is good. The brightness is good. The picture quality is good. But for the amount of money that they want for this TV, fuck that. You can go get an OLED and be fucking happy. I don't even want to look at Samsung no more. Samsung disgusts me this year with their overpriced bullshit. I don't know if they got cocky or what. Like, yeah, we killed them last year. This year, we're going to rob them. I don't know what is going on. Samsung has lost their fucking mind. So let's look at the 900E. This is the TV that I would recommend for everybody that's on a budget. Let's look at the 49-inch for the 900E. They want $1,000 for the 49-inch. And how much do they want for the 55-inch? They want $1,200. They want $1,300 for the 55-inch. That's a great price for this TV. Trust me, that's a great price for this TV. And the 65-inch is $1,999, $2,000. I doubt anybody's getting a 75-inch, but just for the rich motherfuckers, let's look at the 75-inch. The 75-inch is $3,500. Oh, that ain't too bad. This TV right here is the TV that you want if you are on a budget. This is the TV you want. They gave it an 8.1 on the picture quality. The local dimming, it's not the best, but it's still very high, very good. This TV is a full array of backlight. It is not edge lit. While there might be a little bit of clouding here or there, you might see a little bit of light bleeding here or there. It's nothing like an edge lit TV. This is the TV that you want for your Xbox One X or your PS4 Pro or your Ultra Blu-rays. This is the TV you want. The HDR peak brightness is at 8.6. It gets very bright. While it doesn't reach 1,000 nits, it still gets very bright. See, what people don't understand is 800 nits in a 2% window, that's fucking bright. You know what I mean? That is bright. 500 nits in a 25% window, that is bright. Everything doesn't have to be 1,000 nits. Last year, that was a lot of marketing bullshit, and I'm not going to front. I fell for it. You know what I mean? I was one of the people that fell. 1,000 nits, got to be 1,000 nits, got to be 1,000 nits. It does not have to be 1,000 nits. Understand, I know a lot more than I did last year. So yes, my opinion has changed on certain things. You know, people being there. Hold on, you said this 8 months ago. Listen, I'm human, right? My opinion could change. 1,000 nits is not the end all be all. Like I said, fucking 883 nits in a 2% window is bright. You know what I mean? So understand that, man. Don't lose your fucking mind, man. But the 900E. Oh, you know what? The one thing about the 900E that I'm not too happy about, but it's manageable, and that's going to be, let me see, the wide color gamut is pretty good. This TV has a little bit of image retention, even though after you barely can see it, but it can be some image retention on this TV. You know what I mean? So beware of that. So if you need to know, like I said, what is image retention? It's how much a static image is retained on a TV screen after a certain amount of time. That's image retention. And like I said, it goes away after a few minutes. By time 4 minutes hit, it's all but gone on this TV, if you see it at all. So don't be scared by that. It's okay. The motion is a 9.2. That's very good. And this TV is also 120 hertz, meaning if you hook up your PC to this TV, you can play at 1080p 120 frames. So just also know that. So that's a bonus. That's a plus. As you can see, supported resolutions is a 10 because of that 1080p 120 hertz. So you can play at 120 frames on this TV if you got a PC. Keep that in mind. Only thing bad about this TV is the input lag. 34 milliseconds. Like I said, I can work with it, but it is not the fucking best in my opinion. Some people might not feel it. I do. You know what I mean? So it's different strokes for different folks. It's not the end all be all. Would I still get this TV if this was all I had to get? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. But if I had a chance to get another TV that had lower input lag, I probably would. But at this price, if this was my budget, yes, I would get it without a fucking question. Without a fucking question. So this is the TV that anybody is on a budget, you should definitely grab. I'll keep strolling all the way up when I can come here. All right, so let's look at the Sony 930E. Now, this is the TV I was going to get before I got this OLED. Now, the reason why I didn't get this TV is because I got this OLED 65-inch for $2,000, brand spanking new. Like I said, it was manufactured in April 2017. So it was just too good of a deal. It was I got it from Fry's, which is like an electronics store or whatever like that. It was too good of a deal. I couldn't pass it up. So it was either get the OLED and save what I got. It was get the OLED and save $1,000 or get the 930E and spend an extra $1,000. So I was able to save $1,000 by going with the OLED, which in my opinion is a better TV, but the 930E is a good TV. The only really thumbs down they give it is that the image degrades rapidly at an angle. We already know LED TVs, for the most part, you need to sit in front of it. Now, the 55-inch, I believe, is like 20. Oh, no, the 55-inch is 1,800. Wow. See, this is the thing. The 55-inch is 1,800, but for $200 more, you can get a 65-inch 900E. See, that's something that I would probably struggle with. But, hey, at the end of the day, the 55-inch is 1,800. Some people might see that as being a little too expensive, but this is a premium TV. Understand what you're paying for. This is premium shit right here. The 930E is premium. They call this the baby Z9D. Now, come on, that make you feel good, don't it? If you can't get the Z9D because that shit is super duper expensive, you might can get the baby Z9D. And that's what they refer to the 930E as, the baby Z9D. Hey, that ain't bad. That ain't bad, because that fucking Z9D is amazing. Now, I think this TV on sale right now for $2,800 for the 65-inch. $2,800 for the 65-inch. It'll be the same in Best Buy. Now, this is an edge-lit TV, but the local dimming is pretty good. It's a 7.5. Sony did some old trickery shit with they edge-lit. They got some new design. I forget the name of it, but it's really good. It's really, really, really good. And they say it. My man Vincent from HD TV Test on YouTube, I watch him. He do reviews. He pretty much bowed to this TV. He said it's the best edge-lit TV he has ever reviewed. And Vincent is a pretty credible guy. He said it's the best edge-lit TV he's ever reviewed. So take that with a grain of salt, but shit. Also, it gets very bright. It gets over 1,000 nits in a 2% window. HDR real screen peak brightness all the way up to 1,400 nits. They gave it a 9.8 for HDR peak brightness. So it's no slouch. I don't really look at SDR that much because you really shouldn't be watching SDR, standard definition if you're going to be spending all that money on these TVs. But it does well in that category also. You dig? The black uniformity is pretty good. Remember, it's a edge-lit TV, so it's not going to be the best. And the wide color gamut could be better, but it's not bad. The colors ain't going to be as good as Samsung panels, but it's still cool. Of course, it has no image retention, none at all. So that's something you ain't got to worry about. You could be careless with this TV if you walk away from it for a while shit is on the screen. You ain't got to worry about no image retention. But the input lag is pretty low when it comes to 4K. It can get kind of high at 1080p 60, but most of us got Pros and Xbox One S's, and we're running that 4K, whether it's upscaled or whatever. The TV still receiving a 4K signal. So the input lag is very low, 25 milliseconds. Oh, man, I would love for my TV to be that damn low right now. But yeah, also this TV is 120 hertz, 1080p. Again, if you game on your TV, you can play at 1080p, 120 frames. No problem, as long as you got the horsepower to push it. You dig? So, I have not been looking at the comments, as y'all know. I'll take questions and all that when I'm done going through this shit. We'll get to some questions. So that's the Sony 930E. Definitely get this TV if you can afford it. I wouldn't even think twice about it. What else we should look at? Okay, let's look at the OLED A1E. This is the Sony A1E. The dislikes for it is the input lag could be better, and the screen is at an incline. That's something I don't like. Let me see if I can show y'all that real quick. All right, if you look at this picture right here, I can click on it. You see how the TV leans? It leans. It's on an incline, right? I really don't like that, but I've heard from reviewers that once you start watching the TV, you won't even notice that. I'm not a big fan of it, but you won't notice it once you start watching TV. So let's look at the price. This thing comes in a 55-inch, $3,500. $3,500 for the 55-inch. Now this part of the goddamn video is for the rich people out there. Okay? This part of the video is for the rich folks. We're talking about a $3,500 TV at 55 inches. Ouch! Ouch! That hurts. That hurts. Too rich for my goddamn blood. Too rich for my blood. A 55-inch, first of all, I'm never going back. Well, I'm not going to say never, but I have no plans in the future. If I got anything to do with it, I'm never going back down to a 55-inch TV. And they want $3,500 just for the 55-inch. Ouch! That's for the rich people. That's for the rich folk. Now, the 65-inch is $5,500. I don't think some of y'all realize how much $5,000 is for a fucking TV. Jesus. And it's just funny because you had people around here wanting you to believe that they spent $9,000 for a goddamn TV, let alone. Jesus. This is for the rich folks. This is for the rich folks. The quality, let's just look at the 77-inch just for the hell of it. I don't think anybody watching right now can afford this. But we'll just look for shits and giggles. Oh, god damn. $20,000 for the 77-inch A1E OLED. Ouch! God, I cannot imagine spending that type of money on a goddamn TV. Nigga, that shit better transform into the baddest bitch ever. Like, seriously. Like, nigga. Jesus. Let me see if we got anybody in the comment section that can afford this. Let me see. $20,000. We got anybody? I ain't think so. I ain't think so. God. All right, so this TV apparently is for the upper echelon of people that got money to blow. You won't be disappointed with the TV. The picture quality is at 8.7. That's some of the highest quality. The local dimming is a perfect 10. Blacks are perfect. The contrast is infinite. A 10. You see? Now, you see what you're paying for? You're getting 10s out this motherfucker. 8.7 on the picture quality. That's some of the highest on the goddamn site. Now, you're getting 10s. You're paying for these 10s. You're paying for these DOMs. The SDR is not the best, 7.2, but I wouldn't expect you to be watching standard definition on this fucking TV. The HDR is at 8.1. Of course, it's not the brightest TV. It's a OLED, but it is a Ultra HD certified TV. OLED only has to pass 500 nits to get the certification as far as the brightness goes. 699 nits. Again, that's not dark on a 2% window. You know, when the ABL pops in, the automatic brightness limiter, it drops all the way down to 145 nits. Now that's not good, but that's only when you got like a real bright background. For instance, if you're on this website and it got that all white background, it'll dim, the TV will dim itself. You can't turn it off. It'll dim itself to protect the TV from burning out, because OLED is a different technology. That shit get too hot, it'll burn out. So it's in place to protect you, but a lot of people don't like it and they wish they can turn it off. But for the most part, when you're watching movies or playing games, it never kicks in because you're never just really staring at a fucking bright ass white background. That's kind of the only time when the ABL, the automatic brightness limiter, kicks in. So it's not nothing you got to worry about. I mean, some people might try to scare you with that. LED fanboys, don't let them do it to you. OLED is the shit. Believe that. But the black uniformity, of course, is a 10. The color depth is a 10-bit. 10. See, this is what you're paying for. Them 10s, boy. You're paying for them 10s. The 4K input is a 10. Most 4K inputs on these TVs is a 10. The color gamut is an 8.5. It's very good, very wide. You ain't got to worry about that. Image retention is not the baddest, but it's there. So just know that. You got to be careful with an OLED. The motion is a 9.6. The motion blur is a perfect 10. The image flicker is a perfect 10. The response time is a 0.2 milliseconds. That means when you're watching something with a lot of fast motion, there will be no trail behind it. That's beautiful. My OLED got all that. We're going to look at my OLED too. This OLED look good, but my OLED look good too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to feel left out this motherfucker. Supported resolutions is a 10, once again, because it does 1080p at 120 frames. The input lag ain't the best, 30 milliseconds. I would take 30 milliseconds. That's great, but just know that you might feel it, but it's still manageable. Still manageable. There's nothing you gotta run away for it. With everything else that comes with this shit, it's beautiful. It doesn't support Dolby Vision at the moment, but it's supposed to be getting an update in the future that will enable Dolby Vision. So you pretty much future-proofed a little bit, as much as you're gonna be future-proof. Why do I keep strolling all the way up? Now I had to do that. Now let's just looking at that OLED, I'm feeling a little bit left out. Let's go look at my OLED, which is the C6. I gotta bring my my spirits back up. I'm feeling a little down. All right, so here's my OLED. It's a C6. It's a curve and all that. Y'all already know. So just in case you got, because I think while supplies last, you can get this TV right here, the OLED C6. You can get the 55-inch at Micro Center for $12.99. I believe it's while supplies last. I'm not sure, but check that out if you got a Micro Center in your city and you're looking for a new TV. 55-inch OLED, come on, man, with 3D for $12.99, that's a steal. You see how much that Sony A1E costs at 55-inch, right? $3,500. This one is just as good. As you can see, 8.7 on that picture quality. The same as the Sony A1E. Contrast, a 10. Local dimming, a 10. This is really stroking my ego right now. I'm just saying, it's stroking my ego right now, god damn it, because I own this. SDR, not the best. HDR brightness it's good. The HDR on this TV is good. You know what I mean? It's not the brightest. It's an LED. If you want really, really bright HDR, you got to get an LED, but it's still good. I told y'all before, 650 nits on the 2% window and shit like that is bright as fuck. Of course, when that ABL kicks in, it lowers the brightness, but it barely kicks in because there's barely going to be a time where you're staring at like a white background. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's there. All right, the viewing angles is 8.2, the gray uniformity 8.5, the black uniformity is a 10. Yes. Stroking my ego right now. 4K 10, we know that. The color gamut is 8.4. It's pretty wide. It's almost 100% on the DCI scale. Image retention. Oh, you know what? Let me click on this and show y'all so y'all can see that. Okay, so this is image retention, right? I should have been done this. You see how they had their ratings sign up? Now, this is after they switched to something else. So after they had the ratings logo up on the screen for a long period of time, and then they switched to this gray background and you can still see it, that's image retention. But this will go away after a few minutes. Now, if he was to start up a game, you wouldn't even see this or whatever like that. It would have to be something like this gray background. But this is after they let it sit like this for a whole bunch of minutes. So like I said, just be careful if you get an OLED. But this will go away. You know what I mean? I wish they would have showed y'all what it looked like if they put like a movie on or a video game, because you won't see it. But that's what it is if you just happen to go to a gray background after you let an image sit for a while. And like I said, for the most part, your TV will kick in and throw in that wallpaper if you turn that feature on. And you can turn that feature off. I wouldn't recommend that. But that's pretty much what image retention. The 3D is a 10. I agree. The 3D on this TV is fantastic. The motion is a 9.3. The motion blur is a 9.9. 0.1 millisecond response time. Beautiful. And like I said, the input lag is 34 milliseconds. And according to ratings, anything below a 40 is a good value. Anything below 40 is a good value. So keep that in mind, people. Keep that in mind. But other than that, this TV is very cheap right now. It's an excellent TV. I guarantee you, you will not be upset with this TV. All right? Now, let's look at the Sony Z9D, then we'll take some questions. Now, let's go back to hold on. You know what? No, we ain't look at none of the OLED LGs. I mean, the LG OLEDs. So here's the C7. Here's the TV that replaced my TV for 2017. Let's go look at the price real quick. 55-inch is $2,300. Okay. A lot cheaper than that Sony A1E, and I can guarantee you they probably got the same picture quality. Oh, also y'all need to know is the Sony A1E uses the same panel as the LG. The Sony A1E OLED panel is an LG OLED panel. Just know that. The separation comes through the processors. All right? Sony got one of the best processors in the game. That X1 chip is a beast. Just know that. All right, so the 55-inch is $2,300, and the 65-inch is $3,300. Keep that in mind, people. The Sony A1E 55-inch was $3,500, but the LG C7 65-inch is $3,300. Keep that in mind. Like I told y'all, they share the same panel. The Sony A1E OLED panel is LG. The separation comes with that processor. On the Sony, it's fucking amazing. But the LG got a good processor too. All right? So keep that in mind, folks. Keep that in mind. All right? All right. So this is the C7. Now, this TV is good. See, again, it got the same picture quality as the C6 that I got from last year and the Sony A1E, which is a way more expensive TV. The processor, the picture quality is the same. The contrast, the local dimming, all the same. I believe the brightness is, okay, so the LG gets a little bit brighter. It reaches over 700 nits. But mind you, all of these OLED TVs that we've seen thus far, they are all Ultra HD certified. All right? When you see that seal of approval, you're good to go. Okay? All right, we got that? All right, cool. So, yeah, everything is the same, man. All the ratings is pretty much the same, dog. All of the image retention is even a lot better this year. It's a lot better. After 2 minutes, you won't even see it. But you won't see it when you change the picture to something else. I promise you, man. If I'm wrong, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and I don't see me taking off. No 3D. Motion is a 9.6. Motion blur is a 10. You know, the response time is a 0.2 milliseconds. That's crazy. You know, some of the best LEDs, it'd be like 10 milliseconds. This one is 0.2. So as far as the LG OLEDs, they are pretty much all the same. The only thing that separates the LG OLEDs is the designs. All right. Some of them, like the E7, the G7 and shit like that, it has the picture on glass design. It has this built-in sound bar and shit like that. And then you got the B7 and C7, which doesn't. But as far as picture quality, they all the same. And I'm jealous of this right here. But the input lag on the LG OLED for 2017 is fucking beautiful. 21 milliseconds. Oh, what I would do to have that on my fucking OLED. Oh, what I would do for 21 milliseconds. God damn, what I would do for that. So yeah, don't worry about input lag if you happen to get a 2017 LG OLED. It's pretty fucking great. Pretty goddamn great. And also, the 2017 LG OLEDs now support 1080p 120 frames. So if you're going to hook up your PC, you can play 1080p 120 frames per second. Can't go wrong with that. All right? So that's a good TV. All right, we're going to look at this Sony Z9D. Then we're going to talk to the chat, take some questions, and try to help people. I got some other shit to show y'all after we get to these TVs, but bear with me. Let's talk. Okay, so now we're talking about the Sony Z9D. This right here is the best TV in my opinion, in my humble opinion. If I could get this TV, I would kick this goddamn OLED down a step right now to get this TV. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. Now, you're going to have a lot of people that think OLED is the best TV ever. You know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of people that say the Sony Z9D is not fucking with the OLED. But I would take the Sony Z9D, mainly because of the brightness. Brightness. But other than that, you know what? I don't know. The W7 or the Z9D. The LG OLED W7 or the Z9D. I don't know about that one. I don't know. That's a tough one. But as far as the Z9D into my TV, yeah, I'm taking that Z9D. So the Z9D, okay, let's just look at the price. It don't come in no 55-inch, 65-inch and up. So let's look at the price. $5,500 for the 65-inch. We're talking to the rich folks right now. $5,500 for the 65-inch. God damn it, man. God damn it. If only I was still a fucking drug dealer. Anyway, the 75-inch is $9,000 for the 75-inch. Yeah, nobody can afford that, right? Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, hold on, let me get rid of this. And just for shits and giggles, let's look at the 100-inch. All right, let's look at this. Take it easy. Take it easy. Whoa, currently unavailable. Shit. You can't even buy this motherfucker right now. They don't even got no price for it. Well, that shit come on a stand, though. Look at this. God, that shit come on like a fucking art stand or something. But nah, you can't get that right now. I don't think none of y'all was getting that shit anyway. Oh no. So you know the thing about this TV is it has bad response times. The response time is pretty bad on this TV, so there's lots of motion blur on fast-moving objects. It will have a faint trail following fast-moving object. That's the one bad thing about this TV. I forgot about that. The picture quality is an 8.5. That's 0.2 lower than the OLED TVs. The contrast is an 8.5. We know the OLEDs had 10. The local dimming is a 9.5. We know the OLED was 10, right? Of course. Perfect blacks, but this joint have over 600 dimming zones. It's a full array TV, so the blacks are amazing. I was looking at that TV in Best Buy. I was like, God damn. The HDR is a 9.8. On a 10% window, this bitch can reach over 1,600 nits. Damn. This TV is very bright, people. Very bright. This TV is fucking bright as fuck, dog. Even at 100% sustained window, the brightness is 673. That is bright, people. Bright. This TV, God, I mean, man. The HDR on the experience on this TV is magnificent. Fucking magnificent. The viewing angles, of course, it's not that great. It's LED. We already know. If you ain't sitting in front of it, it's not going to look the best. The gray uniformity is pretty low at 6.8. For people that don't know what a gray uniformity is, it's evenness of colors on screen, not just gray. All right? So when does it matter? When does the gray uniformity matter? It matters when it's solid colors, sports, and panning shots. All right? The black uniformity is a 9.3. That's pretty decent. Of course, the color depth is a 10-bit. They give it a 10 for the granite. So yeah, all good for as far as that goes. Wide color, the color gamut is pretty low. Ain't the best. You know what? Now I'm looking at these numbers. I don't know. I was judging the Z9D off what I seen in the store. What I seen in the store, it was great. Looking at these numbers, God damn, I don't know. The image retention, of course, is non-existent. The 3D on the TV is pretty good. It uses active glasses. That means the glasses will need batteries. I'm not a fan of active 3D. I like passive. The shit that's in the theaters. The motion, 6.4. The motion blur, 5.6. Whoa! The response time on this TV is 29 milliseconds. 29.9 milliseconds. Ouch! Just for reference, the response time on the OLED was 0.2 for the 2016 and 0.1 for the 2017. 0.1, 29.9. Gee, that is a huge difference. You will see a lot of fucking trails behind fast-moving objects. That, oh my God. Whoa, that is crazy. They said the response time of many transitions is worse than most LCDs, resulting in visible blur following moving objects. This is most visible for moving black content on a white background or vice versa due to the long 0 to 100% transition. It can be seen in the moving logo image above as the trail continues past the left side of the image. That would be right here. And you can see there's a trail from this moving image. You can see this trail, this blurry trail right here. You will not see that on the OLED. Ouch! Sony got to do something about that. They need to update or something. This TV costs way too much money for that to be happening. Now, the input lag when it comes to gaming, 24 milliseconds. That's fucking great. At 1080p 60, it's 41. That's not too great. Of course, it supports 1080p, 120 frames. So, I don't know. If you can afford this TV and you play games, shit, if you watch movies or anything, I don't know about this one, man. I mean, I seen it in person. It was great, but I ain't see a whole lot of fast-moving objects and all that shit. So, yeah, don't come at me for that. All right, so now let's talk about HDMI cables. Let me stop screen sharing while I pull this up real quick. Let's talk about HDMI cables because this is something that y'all need to know. You know, right now you might not even have the right cables. You know, everything might look cool, but it could possibly look better. All right, so goddamn, what is this? Coming soon, 2.1 is coming soon. Is that HDMI 2.1? Higher video resolutions and dynamic range. Well, hold on, let me tell you. Let me talk about. Okay, here we go. All right, so let me screen share again. All right, so this is what y'all need to know about HDMI. So I'm on HDMI.org right now, and this is the, you know, the HDMI website that deals with everything HDMI. And this is what y'all need to know now when y'all buy HDMI cables. When you buy HDMI cables, you want to make sure you see this seal right here on the packaging. HDMI premium certified cables, people. Premium high-speed HDMI cables tested to ensure quality for future rich 4K Ultra HD content. All right? Now, the HDMI cables you got right now, while it might not be a problem, might be displaying the picture and everything in your eyes just fine, there could be some, damn, the word was just on the tip of my tongue. There could be some detail lost due to not having the right cables. There could be some information lost that you might not really notice because you probably don't know better. You know what I mean? Not saying that the cables you got right now in the trash, but they could be. You know what I mean? So now on, when you buy cables, you want to make sure they have this seal of approval. All right? You want to make sure they have this seal of approval. I think they got some questions. Okay. Top 5 reasons to join the premium HDMI cable certification program. Okay, performance and value. Premium HDMI cables are relied upon for higher performance and value and are the only cables to be tested and certified by HDMI authorized test centers to ensure they support high bandwidth HDMI 2.0B specification enabled features. This is why you want to make sure this is the cable that you have. I'm trying to find, okay, here it go right here. So it says, okay, what is, okay, I'll go down here. What is the premium HDMI cable certification program? The premium HDMI cable certification program is a new program damn. I'm fucking stuttering and tripping over, sound like BG right now. They encompasses additional enhanced cable testing as well as comprehensive anti-counterfeiting label program. Jesus. The program is designed to give consumers peace of mind when purchasing new HDMI cables for their 4K Ultra HD products that may include features such as 4K 60, BT dot 2020, and HDR. Participating HDMI adapters can promote their ATC tested high-speed HDMI cables have premium high-speed HDMI cables or premium high-speed HDMI cables with Ethernet using a unique anti-counterfeiting label on their products. So you want to make sure this label right here is on the products. You can scan it with your phone to make sure that the cable that you are buying is legit and it passes the certification program. Now, I'm going to show y'all. I just bought some of these. I'm waiting for them to come in the mail. I thought the cables that I had was good, but I want the mono price to buy some of these. And these are what they got at. They're not expensive. They're not expensive. They're $3.99, $4.99, and $5.99. Well, that $3.99 is for the 3 feet, and then it goes up 6, 10, 15, 20, 25. As you can see, it has the logo, the certified premium logo right here. So anybody that, you might not know if you got the best HDMI cables and you want that peace of mind, go ahead and go to monoprice.com and you can pick up these cables for as low as $3.99. I bought 2 of them, and with shipping and all of that, it came to about $15. All right, I bought 2 6 feet because that's what I needed. All right, so from now on, if you go to Best Buy or wherever you might go to buy HDMI cables, Amazon or anything like that, wherever you buy HDMI cables, if they don't have this seal of approval, the certified premium seal of approval, do not buy them. All right, all that bullshit, Auto Quest bullshit, they charging $300 for cables and all that. Don't fall for none of that. Monster and all of that shit is a ripoff. You can get these $3.99 cables right here and get the best out of what you got. All right, so keep that in mind, folks. All right, that's mono price. So check it out. Make sure from now on when you buy HDMI, it has this seal of approval. All right, people. And you can scan it with your phone and make sure it's official, because it could be some companies out there that didn't get certified, but they still put this seal of approval on a fucking package. And if they ain't got it right, it'll show up on your phone letting you know, nah, that's some bullshit. This ain't passed the test or whatever like that. All right, so just make sure y'all keep that in mind. Okay, cool. Now, let's take some questions from the chat. I have not been reading the chat, people. I have not been reading the chat. So if anything you might have said that I did not see, please put it back so I can check it out for y'all and answer some questions. So I'm gonna take questions right now. I'm looking at the chat. Let me know what's good. What y'all need to know. Specific questions. Do you think Jack Move uses bots? He's a little suspect. We're not here for that, people. We're not here for no drama. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to help out people that you didn't have to block that guy, Spider. You don't got to block him. You don't have to block him. You maybe can time him out, but don't block him. If you did, unblock him. We're not here for any of the drama. We are, we're just here for this. Hard8, you done lost your mind. I'm cool with my KS8000. You'll be cool with that. How I lose my mind? How do I lose my mind? What the hell? So I'm only taking questions that have to do with TVs and things like that. None of that drama shit. Let's leave all that shit alone, man. All right. Cable 75. This TV any good? Yeah, that TV's great. That's the Sony OLED, right? Yeah, great TV. Do price always equal quality? For the most part, it does, but not in the sense of Samsung TVs this year. That Q9 cost about $5,000, and it's not that good. So not always. For the most part, it does, but not in every case. Not in every case. OLED versus QLED. Get an OLED. QLED is not that good. QLED is nothing but LED. It's nothing special. What do you recommend for the best 4K TV under $2,000? I recommend the Sony 900E for under $200. Or if you can get an OLED for under $2,000 from 2016, do that. But I recommend the Sony 900E if we're talking about under $2,000. I got a 2016 4K Samsung with 18 millisecond input lag. Should I be looking at something else? No. If you're happy with your TV, rock out. Does it have HDR? What is the model? What is the model number? Let me know what the model number is. All right, let me know what the model number is of that one. Hold on, okay, I'm moving too fast. Thoughts on QLED for gaming? QLED is cool for gaming. It has a very low input lag, but I wouldn't waste my money on QLED. You can get much better TVs for the price that they asking for these QLED TVs. So I wouldn't really waste my money on that. You promoting a 3K TV? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking? Low to high. I'm promoting listen, I'm promoting whatever people can afford. Get what the fuck you can afford. Get what you like. Best TV for $500. Oh, you know what? There's a TV I probably should have showed y'all, man. I'm tripping. Okay, there's a TV I probably should have showed y'all. I'm gonna have to share the screen real quick. I'm sorry, people. Hold your questions. Hold your questions. All right. So this TV right here, the TCL P-Series, the P607 is widely considered to be the best budget TV of the year. Yes, it's only a 60 hertz, so that might turn you off. But it has good local dimming, produces dark, deep blacks, low input lag, great for gaming, wide color gamut for HDR. The dislikes is the overall uniformity could be better, and the picture quality degrades at an angle. We already know that. Let's look at the price for the 55-inch. Some reason the 65-inch is unavailable. So this TV is $699, and this is supposed to be like the best TV for the price at $699. All right, so the picture quality is a 7.8, which is pretty good. The local dimming is better than some TVs that cost $5,000. You understand what I'm saying? The contrast is a 9.2, which is decent. 8.2 on the HDR peak brightness. Not bad. Of course, the viewing angles, we already know. The gray uniformity ain't the best. But we looking at the price here, people. 7.5 on the black uniformity. The 4K gets a 9.5 with some 4K images, such as for PC monitor use, the sub-pixel dimming algorithm results in some strange artifacts, which viewed from up close can look pretty crazy. This isn't an issue for most content, though. So yeah, man, for the price of $699, I think it was. This is not a bad TV for anybody that that's on a budget. The input lag is 15 milliseconds. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, people. So check that out, man. It's the TCL P-Series P607. I think they sell this TV at Walmart if you want a budget. So check it out. All right. All right. Back to the questions. All right. Excuse me. These TVs are too rich for my blood, but this was a great breakdown. Melon Daddy C6 55-inch. What do you recommend for settings since I have the same TV? You can go ahead and Google that, player. I can't break down the settings right now, but you can Google that. There's tons of settings, videos on YouTube, and you can go to ratings.com. They got a section for settings, But at the end of the day, it's beauty in the eye of the beholder. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But check that out. Google it. I am going to buy my first 4K TV next week and was looking to get an A1E. Should I get something else? No. If you can get an A1E, go for it, man. Go for it. If you can get an A1E, go for it. Thoughts on the KS9500? Should I upgrade or stick with it? The KS9500 is a cool TV, man. I really don't see no reason to upgrade from a 9500. I mean, unless you're up, okay. If you got a KS9500, unless you're upgrading to a 9800 or a OLED or something like that, then I really see no reason. Stick with what you got. The KS9500 is a good TV. Will the HDMI fit my PS4? No, them HDMI cables I showed you will fit HDMI ports. They're not different HDMI cables as far as the port, you know. So you're good. Do you think a lot of retail employees give user ratings online? I don't know. Probably not. Who knows? Maybe. They may. Hard8, have you watched Dolby Vision on Vudu yet? No, I have not experienced Dolby Vision on Vudu yet. I have not. I wanted to rent a movie on Vudu, but they wanted like $10 to rent a fucking movie. I was like, what? Because I wanted to check out the Dolby Vision. I'm like, I'm not spending $10 for this shit. What movie I wanted to get? I think it was where was it? I forgot what it was. They wanted $10 though for fucking Dolby Vision rentals. I was like, nah, player. What is the best budget TV? 700 or lower? I think I just answered that question with the TCL. Mind you, if you can find good TVs from last year, do that. You know what I mean? Go for it, man. Don't worry. If you can find good TVs from last year at a cheap price, go for it. I sold my Oppo player after not seeing enough different from the Xbox. What? Do not let people hear you say that. I'm not in a lot of groups, but I'm in like a Facebook group where everybody is in it. I'm in an Ultra 4K Facebook group where, you know, everybody shows off what they got, what they bought, what type of setups they got, and all of that shit. If they heard you say that you sold your Oppo because you thought you didn't see a difference with the Xbox, you might have had the wrong cables. Or you might don't know what the fuck you're doing. You might not know how to hook it up or something like that. I don't know, man, but they will lose their fucking mind if they heard you say some shit like that. They probably will ban you out the group. They probably will ban you out the fucking group, man. I don't know. It's funny, though. That's funny. What's the best 4K TV for $500 or less? I cannot help you right there, player. Best $500 TV. I can't help you. You'd be better off just saving your money getting that TCL P-607. The OLED C7 is the cheapest and best TV you can buy. Yeah, I agree with that. Niggas still gaming on 1080p TVs in 2017. I mean, you got some people that are unfortunate, man. You know what I mean? Some people are unfortunate and they don't really have a choice. I mean, I know a lot of us, if we had a choice, we would be all gaming on the goddamn best TV available. But, you know, a lot of us don't have that choice. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Are all 4K televisions flat screens or really large? Anything smaller? No, you can get a 4K for a 40-inch. You can get a 4K at 49-inch. No, it doesn't have to be large. Pretty much, they're all flat screens. They got some curves, but yeah. I'm going to wait for 12-bit panels before I upgrade. Oh, that's not a bad wait, because once them 12-bit panels come out, Dolby Vision is going to be crazy. What size TV is the best for 4K? Well, the bigger the TV, the better it is for 4K. So the bigger you can go, the better it is for 4K. I got the TCL TV for like $250. Was it that P607? Because if it wasn't that, then you ain't got the good one. My manager gave it to me for that price. I'm the 4K president. Okay. These are 4K curved TVs too. Not all of them. Not all the TVs we looked at. The true. Okay. When are the 12-bit panels coming out? We don't know when the 12-bit panels are coming out. They could be next year or the year after. We really don't know. You won't. I don't think there's no ETA on that. Okay, thanks. So the best TV at 49 inches would probably be. Well, it depends on your budget. What about the Vizio D-Series? The D-Series really don't be that good, man. Honestly, get the P-Series. I upgraded from a B6 to a C7, and there's a difference. Out of black is better input lag, and the higher ABL. Yeah, the higher ABL, that's a fact. Sold your B6 for $1,800. All right, Hard8, what is the cheapest TV you can get with best HDR and 4K quality? Y'all gonna stop with this cheapest TV shit. X900E is a cheap TV with great HDR and 4K quality. I'm gonna be real. I don't really be knowing a lot about the cheap stuff, man. I really don't pay attention to the cheap shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. The Sony Sony 930D from last year is garbage. Do not touch that TV. The Sony OLED is great. TCL, never heard of that brand. Well, they're not that new, but they're starting to make a splash. They're starting to finally put out quality TVs. Shout out to Titanfall Princess. What up? It comes with Roku inside. Yeah, it does. It does. You answered my question, Hard8. All right, glad I can help, player. Damn, wish my TV had 15 millisecond input lag. Hey, you ain't never lied. Hard8, have you watched? I think I seen that. Damn, fucking chat acting stupid, man. It's like skipping and shit. Damn, the fuck. It's fucking dumbass shit. What's good, Blaze? I paid $2,000 for my C6. I got it for $2,000, but I think it might be it's $3,000 in the store if you can still find it. You can probably find it somewhere else cheaper though. Everything you need to know about 4K Part 1. Well, shout out to Blaze 4K. What up, player? How much do you trust user reviews? I take them into consideration. Depends on how they sound. If they, you know, I take them into consideration. I would rather trust a user review. Well, I like Vincent from HD TV Test. He's pretty good. What TV best for watching 4K porn? This nigga. Do all 4K TVs come? I read that already. As of 2017, do I feel that the KS8000 is a must-own? I don't think it's a must-own, but if you can get it for a cheap price, I wouldn't be mad at that. I don't want it, but it's still a cool TV. All right, let me see what else we got. I want to stick with my Sony 930E, but I want something else. What else do you want? What you want, an OLED? The 930E is fucking fantastic. What else do you want? I'll tell you what. Give me your 930E and I'll give you my OLED. Let's swap. Like, what else do you want? The 930E is a fantastic TV. What's the cheapest 4K TV I can get that's good? Check out the TCL P-Series 607. When y'all ask me about the cheapest TV and all that, y'all gotta let me know y'all budget. I don't know what's your budget. You gotta let me know your budget. Dolby Vision is brighter than HDR10. I haven't seen Dolby Vision. I can't really comment on that. I know when them 12-bit panels come out, it's gonna be different, but they're about to come out with like HDR10 plus to combat Dolby Vision. So yeah, see how that goes. I play video games on the KS8000 and happy with it, but now I want to buy a 4K TV for the living room just for movies. Okay, that's enough. As long as you're happy. At the end of the day, whatever you got, as long as you're happy with it, that's all that fucking matters at the end of the goddamn day. If you're happy with what you got, that's all that matters, man. Damn, Oppo is the best player. Yeah, man, you goddamn right. Well, that's what I heard. I don't know. I never had an Oppo. I ain't trying to spend $500. They got two Oppos. I think the 203 and the 205. I know one is like $550 and the other one is like $1,500 for a goddamn Ultra Blu-ray player. I'm good, fam. Why didn't you keep that KS9800? And should I get it? Yes, you should get the KS9800 if you can. The reason why I didn't keep it is because it was a problem with mine. You know, they sent out a technician like 4 different times to try to fix my KS9800, and it was the same problem. Like this line would pop up on the screen every so often. It would only last for a couple of minutes, but after you pay $3,300 for a fucking TV, you don't want shit popping up on the screen that's not supposed to be there. And the line wouldn't last for a couple of seconds. It would appear for a millisecond. Like if you blink, you would miss it. But that shit bothered the fuck out of me, especially when I paid $3,300 for that TV. So I was like, fuck it. They couldn't fix it, and they didn't have no more to give me. Like they wasn't trying to give me another TV, and they was just like, yo, we'll give you your money back. So they gave me my money back. So that's why I went with something else. But if you can get the KS9800, get it. That TV is fucking awesome. It's one of the best. The KS9800 is one of the top 5 TVs right now. And that's a 2016 TV. The KS9800 is better than the entire Samsung line of 2017. Do I think 8K TVs are worth it? Do they even sell 8K TVs? Fuck no. Right now? Hell no. What's the best 4K Blu-ray player? I mean, a lot of people would say the Oppo, but they might say the Oppo because it costs the most. The Panasonic got a good Blu-ray player. The Sony X800 has a good Blu-ray player. Then they got like an X1000. That's more money. Those are good Blu-ray players. The Samsung has a good Blu-ray player. They all pretty good. They all pretty good right now. But if you ain't want to spend too much, if you only want to spend about $300, I would go with the Sony X800. Oh, you got Hisense out there. Now, I don't know nothing about that Hisense shit. I'm going to keep it real with you. I would stay away from that. Who in the chat moving packs? I want to live like you. I wanted to upgrade to an OLED, but most have high input lag. Nah, they don't. The 2017 has low input lag, 21 milliseconds. And the one I got 34. It's not bad. It's manageable. Would I like it to be lower? Absolutely. But it's not nothing I'm crying over. Why did I not get the 900E? I didn't want the 900E because I wanted something above the 900E. You know what I mean? I wanted, like I said, okay, the OLED I got it for the same price as the 900E, right? My OLED is better than the 900E. So I wanted something better than the 900E. So it was either an OLED or a 930E. That's why I didn't get that. Should I buy the LG OLED TV this year or wait next year? If you got the patience, you can wait till next year. I mean, if a motherfucker could wait the next year, I guess you can't come out wrong. You got the patience, go ahead. Has anyone seen Sheep in 4K? Fuck is he talking about? You know what? You're gonna take a time out for that because I know exactly what I know exactly what this dickhead talking about. Take that time out and come back running your fucking mouth, and you're gonna take that block. I know what he's getting at. You know what I mean? He's you know, we can't just sit here and have a conversation about what we're having a conversation about without motherfuckers trying to revert back to all the bullshit that's been going on the last couple of days. We off that, man. We moving past that. All right, what we got? I need a good 4K Blu-ray player. Check out the Sony X800. Or you can go to Micro Center and they got last year's Ultra Blu-ray, the K8500 from Samsung for $150. You want an Ultra Blu-ray player from last year for $150? Go get that. It's a good Blu-ray player. It's not the best, but for $150, hey, you can't complain about that. Heartache, I need a good TV for movies and gaming for around $3,000. What are your top best recommendations? Which size do the TV need to be? Because I would say the 930E. I would say the LG OLED C7 if you go with the 55-inch. So, yeah, the 930E or the OLED C7. If I had $3,000 to spend on the TV, it would be between 55-inch LG C7 or the 65-inch Sony 930E. That would be my choices. Great stuff on teaching the people about the TVs, man. Much appreciated. Thank you, man. I'm doing this for y'all. I hope I can help in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't know everything under the fucking sun, but I could try to tell y'all what I know. You know what I mean? So just doing it for the people, man. People was asking me to make this video for a while now, so I thought I'd get to it. Heartache, do you play racing games with a racing wheel? No. Heartache, talk about the best TV brand, the Z9D killer, Westinghouse. Troll. What should I get, a sound bar or surround sound? Oh, yeah, let me talk about that. I don't know if y'all realize this, right? But besides having the best picture quality and all of that shit, having a great sound system will change your life. That's all I got to say. Having a great sound system will change your life. That will change your viewing of movies, and that will change your fucking viewing of gaming, dog. Having a great sound system, watching a movie with Dolby Atmos, or watching a movie with DTS:X, or watching a movie with surround sound 7.1 or 5, it will change your life. The only thing is, getting a great sound system is very expensive. Very expensive, people. Very. For instance, the Samsung Dolby Vision, the Samsung Dolby Atmos soundbar is over $1,000. That's just for the soundbar. Now, if you want to step into that upper echelon of sound, where you got to get a receiver and fucking stand-up speakers and all that shit, we talking thousands of dollars. I was in Best Buy the other day, and I was looking at the sound systems, and I was looking at these one speakers. They were $2,000 for one fucking speaker, and you need two of them. $2,000 a piece. Crazy. Then you got about a center speaker and the rear speakers, a receiver. Oh my God. Sound costs a lot of money, but when you got that right sound, whoo, it's a whole nother experience. On some real shit, now I understand why, well, I've been understood, but now I understand why Blackie Lebowski used to always brag about his $3,000 sound system. Even though that ain't even the best. It could get better than that. But now I understand why he used to always brag about that $3,000 sound system. Because I know that shit was an amazing experience. Invest in sound, people. As you get your little high-end TV and all that shit, start to invest in that sound too, because that's another level. I have an 850C. Should I upgrade or wait? If you got the patience, you can wait. If not, I would upgrade. 850C? Nah, fam. Nah. Yo, Hard 8, my budget is 1K. What's good for that range? 1K. The Sony 900E 49-inch. You're going to have to spend a little bit more, but that's a good TV. Sony 900E 49-inch. UHD movies was cracked recently anyway. What are you talking about? I don't know what that guy's talking about. What would be your top TV for good, better, and best? Good would be the 900E. Sony 900E. Better would be the 930E. Sony 930E, or like, yeah, Sony 930E. That would be better. And best, OLED. OLED. OLED is the best. OLED is definitely best. Where do they sell 8K TVs at? I have no fucking idea. God damn it, I hate when it skip like that. Fucking chat get on my goddamn nerves, dog. Wow, okay. Where was I at? Where was I at? Damn it, where the fuck was I at? Hard 8, my budget is $2,000. I currently have an 850C. What would be worth it to upgrade? $2,000, upgrade to a 65-inch 930. No, 65-inch 900E. Upgrade to a 65-inch 900E for $2,000. Well, it's going to be plus tax, so you're going to have to add a little bit more money for that. All right, hold on, man. This fuck like the chat. Sometimes it makes the chat go all the way down to the most recent comment, and I'm trying to control it myself. Fucking bullshit. All right, yeah, I bought the KS 8000 last year. You told me it was good, and I love the TV. Yeah, man, it's a good TV. Hey, at the end of the day, if you like it, I love it. It's all about what you. At the end of the day, it's all about what you like, man. I got the Bose surround sound for sale. Hold on, you selling it or you got it on sale? Hard8, is it true OLED TVs don't get as bright as LED? Yes, it's definitely true. But it don't have to get as bright as LED. For the most part, the picture quality is still better. I got a $2,500 TV, Hannibal. You bump. What the fuck? That's MVP. Is that the real MVP? Nah, OLEDs are bright. Hey, Ryan, stop spreading misinformation, dog. Soundbar if you live in an apartment. Yeah, I would agree. You don't want that shit too loud. The Bose soundbar is a good buy. I don't know, man. I don't even think that joint come with a woofer. Do it? A subwoofer? Bose got some good shit. Bose expensive as fuck. I had a Bose sound system for a while. It was nice. I'm not going to front. I'm about to buy a $400 TV. Candace Moore. She about to buy a $400 TV. God, hey, man, enjoy that TV. Fuck it. And here it goes popping down to the bottom again. Fuck. I had a Sony 7.1 and my neighbors kept calling, kept on me. Yeah, I feel you, fam. Yeah, make sure you live in a single family home if you want to be blasting your fucking TV and shit. All right, so, all right, cool. I caught up on all the questions. Like I changed. Okay, okay. Hold on. Oh, that's Aaron and shit. Okay, yeah, Aaron be spending that money. Go ahead and send me some sound, Aaron, or something. God, hey, Aaron. See, Aaron, this nigga, Aaron got that paper. This motherfucker was on Twitter, KS 9800s, OLEDs and all that. Hey, Aaron, drop some shit off on me, player. I need help. I need help. Best headsets for TVs. I have no idea, fam. I have no idea. What is the best looking game you see in 4K so far, Hard8? Shit. We talking about on PC. And we talking about like Battlefield 1, Crisis 3, Rise, Son of Rome, fucking Tomb Raider, consoles. What is native 4K? I mean, Horizon look good, but that ain't native 4K. OLED is better, period. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. OLED is definitely better. You can't go wrong with OLED. Once you get OLED, it's probably gonna be hard for you to go back to anything else, man. That's just being real. Whoa, people taking back the Oppo 2034 because you ain't see no difference over the Panasonic or the Xbox One S? What? I thought, I don't know. I guess it's a placebo effect or something. If you're going with the C6, it's the best choice since it will be the only OLED with 3D support. Yeah, the C6, the E6, and the G6 all got 3D support from last year. 3D is fucking amazing on OLED. On an OLED 4K, 3D is amazing. I'm about to start buying some 3D movies also, along with Ultra HD. Like I told y'all before, y'all spending all this money on these TVs. If you're only playing consoles and you're streaming fucking movies and downloading movies, you are not using your TV to its potential. Get you an Ultra Blu-ray player and start buying Ultra Blu-rays. We need to keep the format alive. Come on, man. I don't never want it to be an all streaming fucking future. I need to have that choice of physical. Support Ultra HD Blu-rays. All right, so now this guy got to get blocked. All right, don't even worry about it, player. You're out of here. You're out of here, Blizzard. All right, so that's gonna be it for the day. As the year go on, and I new shit come out that I think y'all need to know. I'll definitely tell y'all, man. Niggas still buy 3D movies. Yes, I will still be buying 3D movies. When you see how 3D looks on my motherfucking TV, you would start buying 3D too. Shit looks amazing. That's all I gotta say. As more information come out throughout the year, I'll fucking let y'all know if it's something like important or whatnot. Follow me on Twitter. Y'all know I'm always on there, updating shit and all that. Make sure y'all hit the like button while y'all here right now, man. I just went through about 2 hours worth of goddamn information. Show me y'all appreciate this shit for real. Show me y'all appreciate this shit. You know what I mean? God damn, this is a lot of goddamn work. This is a lot of work. You know what I mean? So hit that like button. Stop being lazy. Stop being fucking lazy. Hit that thumbs up button, man. Show me y'all appreciate this shit. That's all. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Is 3D worth the money? If you got a good 3D TV, I think it is. Hard8 do more of these streams. I certainly will, sir. Xbox One X Ultra HD playback is fine if you have your setup correct. Not much different between that and the Oppo. I tell you, boy, if some people heard you say that, they would want your head on a plate. They would want your head on a plate. You feel me? Anyway, I'm out of here, man. Thanks to everybody for watching. I hope I was helpful. You know, if you got any more questions, man, always feel free to hit me up on Twitter and things like that. All right, people. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and I'll talk to y'all later, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for showing me love and all that shit. Get familiar with everything down in the description, and I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, people. Enjoy the rest of your day. You dig? It's your boy Hard8. Deuces.